to the Anil Show. So Anthony's finally doing something that I think he should have done years ago. Get rid of this whole Shayla and Amber fiasco if he really was serious. But hey, let's jump into it.
Everybody.
Oh my God, it is hell.
What are you doing?
I was looking at some more podcast layouts. I want to show Iman, so I'm building like a little board. You know, he has his own podcast, so I just want to see what his opinion of our space is going to be, even though we have, like 5 women, and it's him and his brother on his. So it's really been interesting just to have another job. That's what it feels like.
So I don't know why Anthony's over here. That's the first question, and this is exactly why the ladies have said about Anthony, because he's in this precarious spots. But I'm thinking maybe it's because of his kid, but I'm thinking the kid is already sleeping. So why are you still there?
It doesn't feel like work. I see what they mean when they say find something that you love to do so you'll never work, because this definitely doesn't feel like work.
Right.
I know Emperor told you about us starting a podcast.
Yeah. You think it's the best idea for you to go into business with Amber?
Why wouldn't it be?
I'm just saying, you know, this is business, you know.
See, and if Anthony had come with this and he was talking from a real nice space where you're thinking, all right, you know what, Anthony, yeah, you know what, they should not be doing business together. Would I kind of love it, you know, but again, it's the sneakiness. This is what the ladies them talk about all the time. I really, things you'd want him to do, him not actually even doing at all. Because yes, I do want him to get on moments like this, which is what he should have been doing from way out. But he hadn't. And that's why I'm going to take some of the fault.
In business, there is a form of a relationship, but it's not a personal relationship. You have to separate the two. You and Amber have a personal relationship, and sometimes that doesn't make good for a business relationship. I mean, and not to bring up the past, but you and Amber don't have the best personal relationship. How do you think that's going to translate in business? You already tried to do the music thing with her, with Wayne, and you see how that turned out. So I'm just saying.
Well, I feel like when it came to the music, Amber and I were not in a good space. So when it comes to the podcast, it's business, but it's personal as well. We're using our personal experiences. And
Wait, that doesn't make sense. So you feel like it wasn't a good space from before, but in a better space now. That's what you're saying. What is the better space that you're in now more than when the other space before? So that don't make sense. But as well, Anthony's motives are just they're not even fair. They're not even like what you call it now. They're not even legitimate motives. That's the thing, not legitimate motives.
we're speaking from a real place. So I think it's a different type of business than owning a club or a restaurant.
Right. But I'm just saying, but there still is a personal and a business aspect to it. And I'm just wondering, do you think those lines won't get blurred with you two working together? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm thinking, you know, I want to see you all succeed, but I'm just thinking longevity, like down the road. I'm not thinking about just, you know, y'all going viral or something once or twice. I'm thinking about.
I wish that this was a serious conversation Anthony was having, but it's not. Like, it's not a serious conversation. It's more just like a manipulating conversation. It's not a real conversation that he's having and saying, you know what, I don't feel like y'all should be in business because, you know, I feel like I need to start having boundaries between the two of y'all. This is exactly what the conversation should sound like. I feel like we need some boundaries. I feel like you need to stay in your lane and Amber staying in her lane because I feel like you've been affecting my marriage. That's not the conversation that's being had. What is being had is basically a manipulating conversation.
You know, a solid business plan that can generate money down the road.
So are you worried about Amber and I being in business together? I feel like we got a handle. We're big girls. We're grown women. We can figure out how to work well together despite of all the things that we've been through. This is about making money. Like you said, it's not really so personal. But I think, you know, we have a good thing going here.
So in essence, basically, he's trying to stop the business because of what again? I don't even hear the actual reason, and that now makes me very suspicious of the Anthony character. Look here, I wish that Anthony really would do things to a certain level that does make some amount of sense that I could kind of agree with, but him really don't, and that's kind of what gets to me as far as Anthony's concerned. But you know what? Hey, what to expect when it comes to Anthony? What to expect? Give me your steak. I'm gonna talk to you soon. I guess we'll get on.